Today, we're diving into some of the real, everyday headaches that schools deal with. And we're going to explore a company called Perfect School Tools, which says it has visual learning solutions built to solve these exact problems. So, let's see what they're all about.
So let's kick things off by talking about the problems this company is trying to solve. You know, those day-to-day hurdles that can really pull focus away from what matters most, teaching. Let's see if any of these sound familiar.
Okay, think about the nitty-gritty of running a school. Are you constantly worried about the budget for things like student awards or recognition programs? Are your teachers sinking hours every single month just to get bulletin boards looking right? And what about fundraisers? Are they actually bringing in the money you need? Or the pure logistics of things like car rider tags and visitor badges? Is that a constant hassle? According to them, these are the exact on-the-ground issues that a lot of schools are up against.
All right, so with all those challenges on the table, what's the solution? Well, Perfect School Tools doesn't just want to be another vendor. They're positioning themselves as a real partner for schools, with a mission to create solutions that are, high quality, but also easy on the budget.
And get this, they're not some new startup. We're talking over 30 years of experience here. That's 3 whole decades of working hand-in-hand with educators, students, and administrators. That kind of history, they say, has given them a deep understanding of what schools actually need.
So what's their secret sauce? They call it the Visual Solutions Toolkit. Sounds pretty official, right? But the idea is simple. It's a set of 3 core systems that are designed to work together to totally transform how a school creates and uses all its visual materials.
Okay, let's dive into tool number 1, the Perfect Poster Maker. This thing is their direct answer to that constant challenge of keeping classrooms and hallways looking fresh, engaging, and actually relevant to what's being taught.
And here it is. Now, this is not your average office printer, that's for sure. This system is a powerhouse, built to let schools create those big, professional-looking posters and banners right there on campus. The whole point is to cut out the middleman, No more outsourcing and waiting around for a print shop.
So, what's the big deal? Why does this matter? Well, for starters, it makes decorating classrooms and hallways way easier. Teachers can whip up visuals that perfectly match their lesson for that week. And that, in turn, is meant to help students learn better by seeing concepts reinforced visually. The company also says it can help get parents more engaged because they can literally see what their kids are learning. Oh, and for fundraisers, imagine creating your own amazing eye-catching posters to get the word out. Okay, next up in the toolkit, we have the Perfect Award System. This one is all about recognition and motivation, but it also tackles some of those other daily operational headaches we talked about earlier. And this really shows you just how flexible this system is. On the left, you've got the machine itself, and on the right, just one example of what it can do, a custom magnet. But don't let that fool you. The idea here is that this one machine can crank out a huge variety of things. We're talking custom awards, buttons, stickers, you name it. And this is where it all comes full circle, tying back to those initial problems. Need to create a full bulletin board? This is designed to do it in half the time. Want to create personalized awards and plaques without breaking the bank? You can do it right in-house. It's also built to handle the nitty-gritty stuff, like making car rider tags, asset tags, and even custom items for your next fundraiser. So yeah, it's positioned as a real jack-of-all-trades.
And the final piece of this puzzle is the Cool Touch Laminator. Now, this isn't your old-school hot laminator. This is designed for projects that you need to be super durable and last for a long, long time.
Let's break down what makes this thing special. First off, no heat and no electricity. That makes it way safer to use in a school and means there are no weird smells. The lamination it produces is weather-resistant, so it's tough enough for outdoor banners. It's also incredibly fast. They say you can laminate something in under 30 seconds. And they even claim the quality is so good that a poster you laminate with it could literally last an entire teaching career. Wow.
So when you put it all together, you've got the poster maker, the award system, and the Cool Touch Laminator. What you get is what they call a complete ecosystem. The big idea is that a school can have its own in-house production studio ready to handle pretty much any visual need that comes up, from the classroom to the front office to the fundraiser.
Okay, so that's the story from the company. But what do the people actually using these tools think? Let's hear from some educators and administrators out in the field. First, let's hear from Laura, a media specialist from North Carolina. She talks about reliability and speed, saying supplies show up fast. And I love this last part. It's one less thing on my plate. Anyone working in a school knows how huge that is. Just taking one worry off your list. Next up, we have a quote from Lila, a teacher, who starts with a pretty bold statement. This machine changes everything. For her, it all comes down to time. Her point is that by making the creation of visuals so much faster, it gives teachers their most valuable resource back, time to actually focus on teaching and planning.
And finally, let's get a principal's perspective. This is from William in Florida. He touches on the customer service and how fast they got their new machine, but what really stands out is the staff's reaction. He says they can't wait to play with it, which is a great sign that people are actually excited to use the tool.
So when you boil it all down, the big idea here is about empowering educators and getting students more engaged by making visual learning easier and more dynamic. It's all about streamlining these creative and operational tasks for the entire school.
If any of this sounds interesting and you want to dig in deeper, the best place to go is their website, perfectschooltools.com. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.